This man is clearly only 3 meters tall. Yet his presence looms as tall as 8 meters. That's because he is the imp, the boss of the Russian mafia. Every one of his underlings is burly and imposing. Although the imp takes pleasure in killing, he is more devoted to his family than most people, due to the nature of his profession. He can't see his family often, but he brings his mother to visit once a month. But this time, an unexpected turn of events occurred. The door was opened by a stranger, a woman, and a for sale sign was hanging on the door. The henchman felt as if the sky had fallen the moment he saw this, for he knew better than anyone what kind of temper his boss had. Sure enough, when he returned alone to report, Roman's face instantly fell. The next second, he shot his assistant a look. The guy thought he was done for this time, but Roman suddenly pulled out a handgun, then gave him one last chance to redeem himself. That was to find out where his mother had gone within 3 days, and he made it clear, bring her back alive or dead. However, what he didn't know was, his mother had actually been placed under house arrest. It turned out that a few days earlier, an uninvited guest had suddenly arrived at Roman's home. The woman claimed to be her future guardian, so she tricked the old lady into going to a nursing home. Little did she know this was a scam ring that specifically targeted wealthy people living alone. They immediately confiscated the old lady's phone and keys, then ransacked the house, stealing everything of value. Finally, posing as her legal guardian, they auctioned off the elderly woman's house and car. They thought they'd found a cash cow this time. Little did they know they had provoked the mother of a crime boss. Soon, Roman investigated and uncovered the woman's true identity. He learned that a woman named Marla had confined his mother to a nursing home. Roman was instantly furious. He never imagined anyone would dare to cross him. Upon learning that Marla had taken control of his mother's entire estate, Roman was so enraged he was screaming, "There is nothing more shameful in this world than having parents who raised us with such hardship, while we, due to work, are unable to protect them." So Roman had his henchman contact a lawyer to go to the nursing home and get his mother out. When the next day arrived, a lawyer showed up at Marla's nursing home. He immediately threatened Marla, demanding she relinquish guardianship of the old lady, or else he'd make her life a living hell. But Marla wasn't one to be intimidated. She'd seen plenty of people like this before. Seeing that Marla wasn't someone to mess with, the lawyer pulled out a box filled with cash, hoping Marla would release the old lady immediately. Unexpectedly, seeing this only made Marla even more unwilling to let her go. Based on her years of experience, she believed the old lady's value far exceeded that amount, so she refused the lawyer's request once again. However, precisely because of this, she became intensely curious about the old lady's true identity. After investigating, they discovered that the old lady had actually died before the age of 3. This meant the old lady was using a false identity. To get to the bottom of this, Marla went to the old lady's home to ask her directly. Not only did the old lady refuse to tell Marla who she was, but she also made a threatening remark.
You don't let me get out of this place, I got nothing to say.
This only made Marla even more curious, so she returned to the old woman's home once more, and, to her surprise, actually made a discovery. She then took the key to the bank, and, using the old woman's guardian's identity, located the corresponding safe deposit box. From it, she retrieved a watch and 2 gold bars, and discovered a strange book, inside which lay a bag of diamonds. This instantly made Marla realize why the lawyer had come with cash to secure her release. So the old lady was actually that wealthy. When the next day rolled around, Roman also used a set of identical keys to open a safe deposit box at the bank, but the contents had already been taken by Marla. This made Roman lose his temper instantly, so he took Marla to court. However, the lawyer had no agreement with the old lady, and in the end, the judge dismissed the request to terminate the guardianship. This only made Roman even angrier. Since the soft approach didn't work, he'd have to take a hard line, so a few hitmen arrived at the nursing home, sneaking in under the pretense of taking a tour. The manager was still touting the facility's amenities, unaware of their true purpose, to rescue the old lady. Upon hearing that visiting the elderly required the director's approval, Jack didn't hesitate. He pulled out a stun gun and forced his way into the old lady's room.